So by now you're probably going to figure out that Moose is going to take that scene and try to improve it. I'm going to sit there and work the scene a little bit more. So I've just basically taken my water scene and now I'm going to get a forest scene. A couple things we have to think about. First of all, my subject are these snow frost-tipped willows and the trees behind them. Now how can I bring that together? Couple things we need to do. First of all, think about the lens, okay, the focal length. I'm going to use a 70mm in this case. 70mm will compact the scene. It'll make the willows and the trees come right next to each other. Next, I have to think about depth of field. Physically, the willows and the trees are about 45, 50 yards apart. To get the willows in focus and the trees in focus, I'm going to have to close down my lens. I'm probably going to go to about f22 in this case to make everything tack sharp, because it's kind of a design element landscape photograph, not just a here I am, boom, boom kind of shot. I want to bring them together like I'm seeing them standing beside this creek. Next thing, look at the light that's falling on the scene. It's kind of flat. We have color contrast, and that's what brought me to it. We've got the red from the willows, we've got the frosted white tips on them, and then we've got the very beautiful different shades of green behind them. Green and red. That color combo sound familiar? It's probably thinking Christmas. Well, that color combo is one that we naturally latch onto very quickly. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. Lastly, when we look at this light and we say it's flat, we have to do a couple things. First of all, the digital effect. Digital cameras, I'm sure you've noticed in low light situations, tend to make things brighter. So right off the bat, I'm going to dial in minus 0.5 or 1/2 stop exposure compensation. That's just a done deal, and that's not because anything's being fooled. It's a personal preference, and in fact, I'm dealing with a digital camera. Lastly, the color. The color from this flat light isn't real punchy. There's not a lot of contrast in there. How can I deal with that? Lots of